Get Rich Slow with John Wolf. Hey, today I'm going to talk to you about something that's a huge pet peeve of mine that's super annoying to me, and that happens to my clients I know a lot and probably happens to you. And that is deceptive ads, deceptive offers for credit. Some of them may or may not be illegal or scams. Some of them may be questionably legal, but they're almost always at least their core and root dishonest, and sometimes they're just kind of strange. So I don't know about you, but I receive random phone calls. Usually it's somebody who English isn't their first language, and they, for some reason, I don't know why, the phone line is like staticky and hissing, and they tell me something like, I have a warrant from the FBI and that I either need to make arrangements to pay for my warrant or go to the federal courthouse. For some reason, they say it like there's only one courthouse. Or I'm going to have a warrant and I'm going to be arrested or get more fines or something. And there's a whole bunch of different versions of that scam. You're late on your taxes, whatever. If those are almost all scams, and I think it's kind of likely to say that those are, any phone call you get there is probably a scam. Before you give them don't give them any information. And if it was somehow real, here's what you're going to tell them. So you're like, oh, I don't know anything about that. I'm going to go call and check myself. So wherever they said they were from, go online yourself or get the phone book. And if they said they were from the FBI or Multnomah County Court or whatever, call the court, call the FBI, ask them if you owe something or if something's going on. They're almost like, I can almost promise you if you get one of these phone calls, it's not real, but you can check yourself to see if it's real. Don't respond to emails they send you. Don't respond to mail they sent you. Don't give them any information, because I promise you, if an FBI agent wants to talk to you or anything like that, and you say like, hey, I'm just sketched out by this phone call, I'm going to reach out directly to the IRS or whatever it is, they're not going to be upset, because if they're real, they'll literally be transferred. The call will be transferred to them. And again, don't take a number that they give you or a web address they give you or anything like that. Just go find it yourself. Google can reliably give you the number for the FBI, IRS, whatever. The second thing that it honestly dominates the mail that I get is I get offers by mail for refinancing, and a lot of the time it doesn't even say it's an ad or a refinance clearly, and it looks like it is a letter from a government agency. Like, I get a piece of thing in the mail and it has the housing administration seal all over it, and if you actually like open it up, look, read the fine print, it is not from the federal government whatsoever. It is from a mortgage company trying to solicit your business. And I hate that. Don't trick me into opening your ad. I will never do business with you. A lot of clients also call me because the actual contents of the ad are super deceptive, if not illegal. They'll say things like, offering interest rates as low as 1.5%. Have they actually given that interest rate to anybody? No. Is it maybe technically possible? Sure. If you did it, is it somehow otherwise financially disastrous for you if you'd accept that offer? Yeah, it probably is, because I've gone through a bunch of these. And the general gist of it is they offer you a super low interest rate, but you only actually get that interest rate if you prepay a ton of interest in some way, like $10,000, $20,000 increase in your loan balance. It doesn't make sense to do the vast majority of the time. If you're wondering, you can reach out to me. I can read it for you. I could offer you an alternative, or often I tell people like, no, you're great. I got you a great interest rate. Don't refinance. It just depends on the circumstance, of course, but you can always reach out for me for that. And then the other thing that I really don't like is the constantly being offered store credit cards online, in person, whatever. And here's what you really need to guard in general. Don't give your social security number out. In general, most of the time, walking around, nobody needs your social security number. And if they want your social security number, it's because they want to run your credit so that they can start using your credit to market, sell you things, charge you, make you a credit card, something like that. So like most of the time when you're walking around and someone asks for your social security number, that should sort of be the end of the conversation for you. Now, of course, it's different if you're actually trying to buy a car. You'll probably need your social security number. House, same thing. You know, there are circumstances where that makes sense, but do also be careful on who you're giving it to, because again, the scammers, untrustworthy people are very sophisticated at knowing when you're going out to buy things and when it would even be reasonable for you to be giving your financial information out. And so they target you especially then. So definitely have your guard up. Anyways, I would love to hear any of your crazy stories about scam phone calls, totally disingenuous offers that you get at stores, online or in person, and also any stories you have about just crazy offers you get in mail, because I hate it. Much of these things, if they're not actually illegal, are at least super deceptive and maybe should be. A lot of these things might be illegal and might be being done by a bunch of American businesses. I don't know. I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. I do know I'm super annoyed. Are you? Have an awesome day. Bye.